Since 1980s, the rise of China had begun economically and politically. China has worked so hard in the economic sector, which at present have made them one of the most powerful countries economically, strategically and geopolitically. Starting from the 1980s, China has not looked back and has kept rising as a global power to date. China comprises the world's largest and one of the third strongest and modernized military forces, and economically they rank second in the world, comparing US economy, which makes them a rising geopolitical global power. Just in 70 years, China became the second strongest economy in the world, challenging the US and Russia's economy. The recent changes in geopolitics like the Afghan crisis, changes in armed forces, and China's economy have given rise to a new challenger to America's dominance. The emergence of China as the top contender for the global superpower seat had intensified the things between the US and China. Along with US countries like Japan, Taiwan, Australia, South Korea, Philippines, Vietnam, India and Singapore, all these states feel threatened with the rising geopolitical global power of China. China's increasing naval and air forces around the nearby seas and oceans have put its neighbor under pressure. To prevent such acts of China, the US has been deployed its naval troops as well to help its allies such as Japan, Taiwan and the Philippines. China, after bringing Hong Kong closer to its territory, is now adamant about fulfilling its dream of Great China. In recent times, naval troops and the Air Force of China kept intensifying around the Taiwan waters. China wants to impose its sovereignty over Taiwanese by bringing them under its territory. Be it an issue of Hong Kong or Taiwan, the US along with its allies have applied different strategies to shun China to become successful in achieving its goals. US withdrawal of Afghan have changed things a lot as US credibility has been damaged around the world, with China making full use of it, pacing up the goal of taking Taiwan into their mainland. Having increased its popularity to become a superpower, entry into the Afghan lands, which will get a lot more ease into its Road and Belt initiative, will increase China's dominance in Asia and around the world. If we contemplate China's economic emergence, back in 1990, China and India had almost the same GDP. But at present, China's GDP is $14.5 trillion. China is currently challenging the world's strongest economies of the US. Economists believe that soon China will cross America's GDP, which is about $20 trillion. China, at the moment, is the league of the strongest economies of the world. The US and Russia, which have the advantage of natural resources like gas and oil, had boosted their economies with the help of it. However, it was not possible for China. They had no such advantage. Still, they managed to compete with the economies of former and current superpower. The breakdown of COVID-19 in 2020, which damaged the global economy, provided the advantage to China to power its way out of the lockdown. China became the sole major economy to increase last year. In the first quarter of 2021, China's economy expands by 18.3%, which is known to be the biggest jump in the GDP since 1992. China's rapid economic growth has shocked the US and has increased its chance to become the world's center of the economy, replacing the US. According to the Brookings Institute, by 2028, China may take the top spot in terms of economy. China's fast-growing economy has turned them a lot stronger at the present in terms of economy as well as geopolitically. China is soon expected to take over as superpower in place of the US. Since the Trump's administration, the US has geopolitically been damaged, economically as well, and had so diplomatic ties as well with other countries. US bloc may be considered as strong, but what has made things easier for China is, with being aggressive, they have applied soft hand of increasing its economic investment and partnerships around the world, which have forced the countries to take action against China, as it is now of the strongest economy of the world.